When I was gone for a week,
A week?
she moved her ex into our home.
Every time she get angry with me, the first thing she do is say, "You're not the father. This other gentleman is the father that she was sleeping with."
Once you say you are not the father to a man, that baby ain't mine no more. I didn't hear from her.
I took my best friend over there to her house. 5 days later, he showed me naked pictures of Ashley like this.
Really?
This case starts hot as Ms. Marsh makes a huge confession regarding her relationship with Mr. Reed.
He knew I was dating other women.
I never knew he was dating other women. On Torrance's birthday, he asked me to go on a trip with him to a resort with his family. When we get to Missouri, 2 women pop up at the hotel room, and he said, "This is my wife." And I said, "It's over."
Your Honor, on the way to the...
What?
Your Honor, on the way...
Hold on now.
I told her I was taking her to meet my wife. I was planning on... I'm a Muslim, so I was planning on having 4 wives, and she
He's a fake Muslim. He's a wannabe Muslim.
Well, let me understand this. Ms. Marsh, man you've been dating and seeing,
Is a
relocated to your town, says, "We're dating, I want to take you on a vacation."
Yeah.
We have a timeshare in
It
Missouri.
doesn't matter what it is.
And so you get to Missouri, and he says, "Let me introduce you to my wife?"
Or did I say that before we got to Missouri?
No.
I didn't tell you before we got to Missouri.
No.
Wait a minute, I have never heard of a man taking a woman on vacation to meet their wife.
Exactly.
Here are more revelations from both parties.
How far into this relationship did this happen?
He was down there for a month.
And then this happened?
Yeah.
In your mind, was this your boyfriend?
Yes. In my mind, it was
Your
my
Honor,
boyfriend.
no.
We've been talking about being with each other. We've been talking about being with each other since I was 18,
because she
Your
got
Honor.
upset at me because I was down there 2 weeks before I even seen her.
He telling me he
I was
loved
down there
me
2
and all kinds of stuff. He want to get
What's wrong?
married. I didn't know nothing about him wanting 4 wives.
Really?
I didn't.
Really? Come on, Miss Marsh. Cut it out.
So it's your testimony. You informed her of your desire.
Yes, it is.
lying.
My mother even said it. She was like,
His
when
mom
my
said
mother
that
addressed
after I had
her,
Tamari.
when my mother addressed to her, she was like, Miss Marsh, my son told you. You knew my son was wanted 4
and
wives.
I told his
supposed to be a
mother.
Christian.
No, Your Honor,
Now, his
I
mother
told
supposed to
when
be a
his mom
Christian.
No,
said
my
that,
mother's
when
a
his mom-
Baptist.
Ms. Marsh then breaks into tears due to all she's feeling.
Like, I've been knowing him since I was 18, and this really hurt. This hurt. And then he want to go travel state to state to have different babies and find another wife, and he get these women involved, and they write me. They tell me when he tells them. His mom tells me when he tells them. Like, he got everybody thinking something different when he in love with me.
The drama concerning the paternity doubt starts to unfold as Mr. Reed makes a huge confession about Ms. Marsh.
She have numerous men. Yes, you do.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Come
you
on
do.
now. Come on now.
man.
Don't do that,
Really?
baby. Don't
Really?
do that, baby.
You didn't have a dude.
Don't
You
do
didn't have
that.
a man when I came to Columbia.
Your Honor, me and the guy, we had broke up 2 months prior to him coming down there. I broke up with him for Torrance.
That's what she claims.
Mr. Reed.
That's what she claims.
I've been wanting to be with him since I was 18.
But she steady texting them and called them, and they
I was
steady
steady
got drama
texting and calling. I never was texting and calling him. We met him at the BMV, and that was the last time you heard of him.
Yeah.
At first, Mr. Reed had no doubt, based on what Ms. Marsh says.
He got back with the girl that was in Missouri. At the end of the relationship, I guess she was stalking my Facebook. So she screenshotted him a picture of Tamari, and he wrote me on Facebook, like, "I want to see my daughter."
Did you send that message?
Yep.
Yeah, I wrote on Facebook and said I wanted to see her.
Your daughter.
He said, "My daughter."
However, he says his doubt begins to brew due to this.
Because every time she get angry with me, the first thing she do is say, "You're not the father. This other
And I don't
gentleman is
blame
the father that she was sleeping with." That's my doubt.
Ms. Marsh, when you're angry with him, do you tell him this is not his baby?
Because he's always trying to do something.
But that's
That's
yes.
the question. Yes,
But that is yes.
And it only happened once that I told him
3
that.
times.
It
You
never
just told me
happened
this
3
last
times.
time.
Women just don't seem to understand. That's a bell you can't unring. If you looked at him and said, "This is not your child," in an argument, there's gonna be doubt there.
But
That's
Your
just
Honor,
the way it goes.
Ms. Marsh insists Mr. Reed is her baby's father. However, the DNA test result reveals this obvious plot twist.
I know that's his daughter. Like, my baby she's light-skinned, but she looked just like him.
And you believe this is her biological father. I have the answers for you.
Okay.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Marsh versus Reed, when it comes to 1-year-old Tamari Marsh, It has been determined by this court. Mr. Reed, you are not the father.
Well,
Now I feel like the goofy. I done went through all this, and
that's why you
all the
got put in
time,
jail.
I'm believing she knew this. I done
need
flew
to-
all the way down here
Listen.
to look like a goofy, and you should feel.
But no, listen, hold on, Mr. Reed, hold on.
Ms. Salvo claims she slept with Mr. Gonzalez only one time, but he says it was multiple times. Mr. Gonzalez elaborates on the relationship he had with Ms. Salvo, but she says it's all false.
So you believe this is the reason why she's ultimately his biological child?
Yes, ma'am.
What other reason, though? I mean,
It's
just the dimple and the appearance? I mean, Jerome can attest to this. We see in this courtroom all the time that looks can be deceiving.
Ms. Salvo defends herself against the promiscuity allegations made by Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez states his expectations from this hearing and how he's been involved in the little girl's life.
You are not the father.
Ms. Allen presents an exhibit to further support her claims, but things get messy from there.
So on this calendar, you claim you were intimate with Mr. Levant on the 27th of December.
Yes.
Your due date
Was September the 26th.
was
2000.
September 26th. So, Mr. Levant, do you agree with what this calendar asserts?
Not at all.
You don't believe that?
Not at all.
Why not?
The dates is wrong. You
Okay.
text me a letter, a doctor's letter, saying that you was pregnant on the 6th.
On the 6th of January?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Did you bring that letter?
No.
So, okay, that doesn't negate the fact that you all may have had on the 27th of December.
I told
But
him
she
I
was
was
having
pregnant.
with other
I
men,
told
and Mr.
him
Mitchell
I
was her
was
current
pregnant on
boyfriend.
the
She
26th
broke up with
of
her
January.
boyfriend just to
No, I
break up
wasn't.
my
No, I
happy
didn't.
home with
No, I
Mr.
didn't.
Levant.
You don't know, so you wasn't there.
You are saying that Ms. Allen was intimate with another man somewhere during this timeline.
Yes.
Ms. Allen states that this is why she's so certain Mr. Levant is her baby's father.
Me and Mitchell and I did not finish what we did. Me and Jerome and I finished the intercourse.
Ms. Lanier, Mr. Levant's girlfriend, sheds more light on the situation.
He actually told me February 3rd
Yeah, 2
when
months
she was 3
after.
months pregnant.
I was 2 months.
What
He
did he
finally
say?
admitted
I
it
was
to
2
me
months.
after me and her had spoke over the phone, February 3rd.
How did you speak to her over the phone?
She called me.
And said what?
I am 3 months pregnant.
Wait a minute, how did you even know she existed?
She contacted me through social media on Facebook since 2014 when my first child was born. She,
Oh, so you knew.
She's been stalking us since day one. We've been together for 5 years.
That's not 5 years. Y'all been together for 3. Thank you.
We've been together for 5. The dates do not add up
The dates do
to
add
the
up.
conception of her child at all.
And you are still together right now.
Yes, we are. He actually just delivered our last child in February.
You just had a child in February.
Yes.
Ms. Allen responds to these accusations from Ms. Lanier.
She been sleeping around with plenty other men
No, I didn't.
besides Mr. Mitchell.
No, I haven't. That's lies.
She even contacted me and told me that she was sleeping around
That's lies.
throughout her whole entire pregnancy.
That's lies. Lies, Your Honor.
And this is what the paternity test result discloses.
Mr. Levant, you are not the father.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Ms. Allen,
He's the only man I slept with, though.
unfortunately, Ms. Allen, given this DNA evidence, that cannot be the truth. And Mr. Mitchell is not the child's biological father either. There must be at least one other person.
Mr. Matlock shares how he met Ms. Monroe and why he has this paternity doubt. Both Ms. Monroe and Mr. Matlock state their claims regarding the paternity in question. Mr. Matlock discloses how this child support payment has ruined many important relationships in his life and how he's currently suffering from it. The DNA test result is revealed, and the case ends on this note.
Mr. Matlock, you are not.
I knew it. Go find your baby daddy. Put somebody else on child support. I want my money back.